Hey everybody, it is Jennifer Auer from Jersey Family Fun, dropping in midday on you for a live video. I know it's been some time since we went live, but I have been holding on to some exciting news that I've been wanting to share with you, and probably debating too long about what the best time of the day to do this is. I know that a lot of you are probably online watching Facebook more in the afternoon and evening hours, but today is a busy day, and usually that's hard for me to go a little bit live unless the kids are involved, because it's just chaos, like maybe it is in your house when the kids come home from school and everybody needs our attention all at the same time. But there is something fabulous that is coming to Atlantic City that I think our families and kids are going to love, and so I had to share. Because if you know anything about Jersey Family Fun, and if you've been following us for any length of time, you know that we love sharing with you things there are to do with your kids all across New Jersey. You know, yes, there's things to do that are fun in New York, and yes, there's things to do in Philly that I'm sure I'll be telling you about later today. But New Jersey is our home. New Jersey is where it's at. And for as much of a bad rap as New Jersey might get sometimes, there are a lot of fabulous things to do with your kids across New Jersey. Not all of them have to be crazy expensive. And so we're always letting you know about what those things are through our calendar events, through our blog posts, through our videos, and so forth. We try to reach you in all the different ways that we can. So Atlantic City has a special soft place in my heart. I moved down to South Jersey after high school and started college at Stockton, transferred out for 2 years, but I came back to the Atlantic City area every summer and then eventually came back here after graduating. And I've always had a connection to Atlantic City. When I was at my pre-marriage, pre-kid days, I worked in the casinos because they like to hire a lot of college students. And after I had kids, you know, I just kept finding myself drawn to Atlantic City. Their beaches were free. There were always so many things to do with my kids. That it was just natural that I went there with my kids. And so as much as some people can't see the positive side of Atlantic City, I'm always seeing that positive side. I'm always excited for things that are coming. We have articles on our site about things to do in Atlantic City. So let me just tell you, before I tell you what's new, and while people are still jumping on to watch, and if you're commenting, comment below. Sometimes Facebook will show me those comments and other times it won't. So if I don't respond right away, I will certainly do that after we're done. And then this, you might be seeing this on YouTube as well, because I think this is big news. But let me start, with Atlantic City, because there are plenty of things to do in Atlantic City with your kids. There is the Absecon Lighthouse. A lot of times during the year they have discounted admission, but it is, I think, the third largest. Oh my gosh, I should know this off the top of my head. But it is one of the largest, if not the largest, lighthouse in New Jersey. I'm going to get in trouble probably. But so Absecon Lighthouse is a lot of fun. We've climbed up to the top plenty of times. There are a lot of different exhibits to see on the bottom floor. And there is usually a light keeper up at the top that your kids can get a special card that says that they climbed to the top. It is 228 steps. It's a great view of the Atlantic City and all the different things there are to do in Atlantic City. And it's supposedly haunted, so if your kids are into ghosts and things like that, we have yet to see a ghost at the Absecon Lighthouse, but they're apparently there, and there are nighttime events where you can see those ghosts. So in addition to that, in Gardner's Basin, we have the Ocean Life Center, or the Atlantic City Aquarium. It is a 2-floor aquarium. It is nice and big and open and spacious, and it has lots of different things for the kids to do there. So at times they have story time events, they have feedings of the animals and the creatures. There is a touch tank on the first floor that has starfish and some other creatures in there. On the top floor, there is an area where the kids can color. You can pay extra and feed the stingrays. There is areas where you can walk out and look again over the water and see the view. There is no charge for parking there. There are usually always coupons at different, so if you're coming down Atlantic City, stop at one of the rest stops or the visitor center, because they usually have coupons to the aquarium. And then right in there in Gardner's Basin, you can actually take a cruise around the water to see the dolphins. We have some information about that on one of our articles on jerseyfamilyfun.com, but we did that most recently last summer, and it was just a really fabulous experience. Go out in the water, you get to see Atlantic City and the Steel Pier from the water, and you get to, hi Crystal, and you get to see the dolphins. And what was really great and kid-friendly about these particular dolphin cruises is that our captain would turn the boat around. So no matter where you were, whenever we saw dolphins, so no matter where you were, you got to see the dolphins. Like, you could always get a great view. It wasn't like, oh, let me run to this side of the boat, let me run to that side of the boat. And we saw several. It was just really, really fabulous. And within the Gardner's Basin, there are a couple different restaurants. They just put out some sand. So there's Adirondack chairs. So you can just sit on the water with your kids, either bring your own lunch or get ice cream or lunch at one of the places there, and just look at the boats. Again, free parking there. You know, if you're not doing any extra activities, it's a free way to have fun in Atlantic City. We also have IMAX. Tropicana is one of the more, there are a couple family-friendly casinos. Believe it or not, yes, there are family-friendly casinos and hotels in Atlantic City. So I'm going to tell you about Harrah's, I'm going to tell you about Trops, because those are the two that come to mind. Tropicana in Atlantic City has a kids arcade, has a theater that occasionally has family-friendly shows like the one that we saw at Christmas time. They have the Quarter that has family-friendly restaurants in it. They have an IMAX theater, which shows movies, yes, for adults, but also movies for younger kids and tweens and teens. And what I'm going to tell you is that it's almost a secret, because ticket prices at the IMAX theater there at the Trop are pretty much the same pricing as anywhere else you're going to go, but the concessions are cheap. I have not been anywhere with my kids to take to the movies where popcorn is as cheap as it is at the IMAX theater, and it's a great location. And they have ice cream shops there. At Christmas time, they have the light show, they have the arcade, they have indoor pools that are family friendly. And so same thing for Harrah's. It's been a few years since we've been to Harrah's, but Harrah's has an indoor arcade. They have a food court. They have an indoor pool, an arcade as well. And there are maybe a few other places in Atlantic City that have that, but I'm not aware of them. There is also the Noise Museum Art Galleries. They have locations both in the Art Garage as well as inside Claridge. Free admission where your kids can walk and just take in some great artwork, a lot of it made by local artists. What else can I tell you? Again, the Walk has family-friendly restaurants, Rainforest Cafe, always a fun place to eat. And then if you don't mind going next town over, you can actually walk through Lucy the Elephant. So if you've been in South Jersey, you've probably heard the commercials, maybe seen them on TV. If you haven't walked through Lucy the Elephant, it's definitely something to check out. So with that in mind, and I see a few more viewers, let me tell you what is coming to Atlantic City that I am super, super, super thrilled about, because I think it's just going to be one more thing for locals in South Jersey to do with their kids, as well as give people another reason to come visit Atlantic City. So we are getting our own arena football team. There's a new article up on JerseyFamilyFun.com that you can find out about it. And when I initially wrote it, we didn't know whether or not the CRDA was going to approve it, but it looks like they unanimously approved an Arena Football League team coming to Atlantic City. That's almost a mouthful. It would be easier if we had a name for that team, which I'm going to tell you about. So I am excited, right? We're still very much in the beginning stages, but it is going to be an Arena Football League team with a regular season of 12 games. They will start in the spring, and they will play at Boardwalk Hall, Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. They are still working on hiring the team players, the coaches, the front-end staff. So if you're local in the South Jersey area and you're looking for a job, go check out their website. I'll post the link below, but it's AtlanticCityAFL.com. There's information there about hiring opportunities. But there are three things. I mean, there's five things that I'm excited about why it's coming to Atlantic City. You know, the first being that it's always fabulous when we can have something extra for our families to do down here. But the other part I'm going to tell you about. So one, there is a Name Your Team contest. So we don't know what that team's going to be called yet. All we know is that Atlantic City is getting an arena football team. All the people involved are very excited about what this is going to mean. The Arena Football League has this team of owners, impressive names, some that you might recognize, some that you won't. It's in the article. One of them being Ron Jaworski. So our own Philadelphia Eagles, South Jersey resident Ron Jaworski will be one of the people involved with running the team. So there are a lot of people behind the arena football team that have been responsible for the other ones in our region, but not in New Jersey, putting it together. And so they are determined for this to be a success, for this to be something that comes to Atlantic City and stays in Atlantic City and grows with a lot of community and fan involvement. So I am excited about that. There is no name for the team yet. And that is the first way that you all can get involved, because there is a Name Your Team contest. So I'm going to just glance at my notes because I don't want to get anything wrong. Again, this is all in the article, but you can go to AtlanticCityAFL.com as well to find out more information. But here's the way it's going to work. You have a few more days to enter the Name Your Team contest. Basically, what happens is you'll find that link on their website, and you're going to enter in your first name, your last name, your email address, and then you're going to come up with the name of your team. And you need to tell us why you think that should be the name of the team for 400 characters or less. And bear with me, there's a notification on my phone, so I'm just going to try to get that out of the way. There we go. So find that information there. And here's what you can win, right? You can win, if they pick the name that you've selected, 2 season tickets for the inaugural season, the first season. You'll get an official game helmet with the team logo on it. You'll get an official framed game jersey with the team name logo and with a custom nameplate. So I'm guessing that maybe it's going to be an official jersey, but it'll just maybe have your last name or something on it. And then you'll get public recognition at the press conference where they announce the name of the event. So how cool would that be to have bragging rights and be like, yeah, they picked my name for the Atlantic City football team. Now, what I will tell you is while you may have some time to enter, I would enter in soon. Because if 2 or 3 or more brilliant minds come together and they all have the same name idea for the team, whoever submitted that name first is going to win the contest. So, as creative as I am, I have been racking my brain. I can't think of a name, which I may be doing that later on, maybe on the drive to Philly today. So if you are creative like that and you think you have a name that just speaks to Atlantic City football team, let us know. We've had some great teams in the past, but this is going to be awesome for South Jersey. So that is the one part I want to tell you about. Then there are 2 different ways for our kids to be involved. There's going to be a junior football program. Basically, the way that this works is they're calling it a junior football academy. And if you have kids between the ages of 6 to 12 who love to play football, this is their chance to learn about playing football with the actual team players and the coaches. Basically, what it says is that it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. They're going to learn a wide variety of football fundamental skills from the players and the coaches. The program will run April through August, so it'll coincide with the 2019 AFL football season. And it's designed to give kids a positive football experience that they can use to help them transition into competition and youth league. So there's no additional information about that on their website yet. It asks for name, phone number, email address. You can put any questions or comments you have there, but that is one way for you to sign up for that and find out more information, and if it's something that makes sense for your kids. Again, we don't know yet about pricing or schedules or things like that. The other cool thing is that for our dancers, if you have young girls who love to dance, there will also be an Atlantic City football team junior dance team. Another mouthful. Basically, it's going to give your kids who sign up a pro dance experience, which they say includes professional choreography, instructors, uniforms, headshots, a junior dance t-shirt, and more. The junior dance team will perform at select home games in front of thousands of people. So if you run a dance school or if your kids are into dancing, this is definitely something I would encourage you to sign up and find out more information about. It's for girls ages 6 to 18, and they must be a high school senior or younger. And again, AtlanticCityAFL.com. Just look for the link that says kids, and there's information about both of those below. And then last but not least, it's not clear yet from their website what ticket prices will be, but you can, if you're like going to be diehard, if you already know now that you're going to be a diehard Atlantic City football fan, you can put a deposit down on season tickets and things like that. But what was cool that I noticed was that the group ticket sales will start for groups of 10 or more for $10 or more. It'll go up from there. So at the minimum, if you have a couple kids and your friends have a couple kids, get them together, buy the tickets as a group, make it a family outing with the kids, because we always enjoy things more when we can bring our friends with us. And, go for that $10 section to start, see how you like the experience, and then maybe you'll come back and you'll do more. So that is what I have to tell you. I am really, really, really excited. I was asking for more and more information, and there wasn't any yet to tell you. So I will be watching it closely. If you find out anything before me, let me know. Let me know too below what questions you might have about this new Atlantic City football team coming to our area and what you think about it. Please, positive comments only, because there's nothing good that comes out of sharing anything bad, and I think there's a lot of positive that's going to come out of this situation. And then I will probably be back on later today because I'm headed up to Philly for a press conference to find out what's exciting going on in Philly, and I'll be taking notes. And if there's things that I can tell you about, I'll be back on Facebook later on this evening to share with you some things to look forward to in Philly. But like I said, I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching. If you are excited, please share this with your friends. And let them know that football is coming to Atlantic City. We're going to have our own team for South Jersey. And again, we'll have more information in our article as well. So I will share both links in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.